Hello friends, right now what you are seeing is Django MVT model view template. Well, over here there are four different routes out there. Well, these are routes, at the same time these are all different apps. Let me show you these apps. Well, over here I have got one app called stream, I have an app called subject, I have an app called register app, which is actually new student registration, and there's an app called mark app. As you know that each app would provide you different models, and model means I'm talking about database tables, entities. So let's come to PostgreSQL because I'm using Postgres right now, and here are these apps. So how many apps we have got? Four apps. So as you can see over here, the stream app will provide you stream model, subject app will provide you subject model, register app will provide you student model, and mark app will provide you the mark model. Well, let me open the stream app first. As I right click on this, let's go to the view and let's click on all rows, and you will be seeing three tuples right over here. Well, you are seeing these from the PG admin. How about directly from the browser? So let's go to the browser and let me click on the stream routes. As I do that, you get to see those data which you just now saw in the PG admin, and here are these. Well, by the way, how about providing input to the application? How about that? Well, let me do even that as well. Over here I want to register a new row. Can I do that? Of course you can. Let's click over here. Suppose I want to go for MCA and I click on the submit button. Please take a note of the route over here in the localhost/stream because I'm in the stream route. As I click on this, immediately you get to see the data right over here in the same page. Please take a note, there has been no redirection, no new tab getting open, no new route getting open. I am exactly in the same route, and that's the fascination of Django MVT. And you can see a very neat and clean message, stream created successfully. And how about this? Let's reload the tab, and as I do that, you get to see MCA. Well, ID 39 means I have been working on this project for a while. That's the reason you are seeing this 39. Okay. Nonetheless, here is the registration took place. Well, I have created four different stream. Well, what does this four stream has an implication in context to subject? There is any connectivity about that? Of course there is. So let's click on the subject tab, and as I do that, you get to see a drop down right over here. What is the drop down going to do? Well, if I click on this, all the stream which I have created is right in front of you. So there were four stream which I created. These four streams you can see over here, really clean, very interesting, isn't it? So you mean to say that if I create one more string, that would be reflected over here? Of course, right now you can see four stream. So let me create one more stream over here by the name called BCA. Well, as I do that, click on the save button, the stream gets created. Let's come to the subject over here. As I do that, the drop down will populate that subject as well, I mean that stream as well. So that means as you are creating the stream, the subject, in the subject route, you will be able to see those strings getting created dynamically. Okay, that's really cool. So now can I create a subject over here? Of course, why not? Let me open the route, like the tuples or the instances. Well, over here right now we have got four tuples over here, and as you can see over here, these are the stream IDs. Well, these are some old stream IDs. As you can see over here, I had an ID called 2, I had an ID called 3. But now let's create some subject in context to MCA, which has got an ID called 39. So will 39 get registered over here? That's what we are supposed to see right now. So let's come over here, let's click on this, and let me choose the MCA. Okay, what was the ID of MCA? MCA ID is 39. Very good. Come over here, let's go and see what happened this time. So let me create a subject called Python. Wonderful subject. Okay, and let's click on the save button. As I do that, well, subject added successfully. I'm yet to populate those data right over here, which eventually I will be doing it. But let's come to my PG admin and let's see what happened over here. As I click on this, bingo, see over here the ID 39, which was related with the primary key of my MCA, that has been shown right over here. So how is this working? Well, this can be possible if you're using the concept of primary key and foreign key. Exactly, references. So I have gone for a foreign key. Because of that reason, you are able to see the ID of my subject, of my stream. So you mean to say that if I create another subject registering under the MCA, will that be reflected over here? Of course, why not? Let's go and do one more time. Let's create one more subject over here for MCA, and this time I will be choosing a subject like, well, Django. How about that? Well, Django itself. Let's click on this, and the subject got registered. As you can see, the message is still there. That's the reason. Let's click on this, and over here you can see the 39. We know that foreign key will be duplicate. Primary key is unique, but the foreign key in the reference table will be duplicate. That's the reason you are seeing these two subjects under the MCA. Well, how about creating a subject under BCA? Well, BCA, we know that it was 40. Will that be registered over here? Of course, why not? Let's come over here. We have a BCA over here. Let's click on the subject tab. Let's choose BCA from here, and let me add a new subject over here, like for example Spring Boot. It's a wonderful language. I love this backend framework a lot. Let's click on the search button, and the subject added successfully. Let's come over here. Let's refresh it, and we're supposed to see the ID 40, which is the primary key of BCA. Great. So these two tables are interconnected. Yes, of course, and that's what you are supposed to do. In real life project, you have to go for join, isn't it? Well, let's come over here and let's continue the thing again. So this is what we saw, that the subject came from the drop down, and we added a new stream. I mean, the stream came in from the drop down. We added the subject over here. Now, how about new student? What is the fun of this? Well, this is another route where we can create new student based on the stream. Okay, let me open this model over here. Let's come over here and let's go to the view all row. Right now we have just got two students, Peter and Raj. Well, look at it, they have been registered under 2 and 1. That means I'm talking about 2 and 2 means BTech Computer Science, and 1 means BTech IT. No student has been registered under EC. Well, we'll do this time. Okay, the registration we will do this time. So let's come over here. Let me click on this, and I want to add a new student by the name called, well, ID, well, roll number I'm putting. I want to go for roll number, suppose 3, and let's go for a student called John, my favorite character, John Carter, and the email ID, let it be john@gmail.com, and the date of birth, let's click on this. Calendar, a beautiful calendar is here, and from here you can choose the year as well. Suppose I went 2011, suppose on March, suppose 1st March. Let's over here, and let's choose from here. Well, we will go for EC this time. We saw that ID of EC is 3. So as I click on this, and let me click on the save button, the student registered successfully. Here I'm yet to populate all those data. Let's come over here and let me reload the page, reload the table, and as I do that, you get to see the primary key, which was 3 in context to EC, BTech in EC, that has been shown right over here. So that means this particular student has been registered under this particular stream. So do I mean that later on, if I choose this particular stream, I would be seeing John? Well, that is what I intended to do that. Let's move ahead. Okay, let's come over here and let's come to the mark allotment, and this is really interesting. Now look over here. We just now saw that by default subject there is nothing, student there is nothing. So these two drop down are by default empty. You don't have anything over here. That's the thing. So let's open the entity called mark, and I will be showing you what is over here right now. Well, initially just we have got couple of record over here, couple of students marks have been given. Let's go look over here. This is very interesting. You have got stream, that means BTech IT and CS is there. We have got student ID. We also have got subject ID. That means this particular model is comprising of 3 foreign keys. Exactly. It has got a foreign key from stream, it has got a foreign key from subject, it has got a foreign key from student ID as well, and it has its own primary key. Really interesting, isn't it? That's the beauty of working with multiple entities. Well, by the way, when we are seeing this particular route, as you can see over here, you don't have any data in the drop down. Why? The reason is I am yet to choose the stream. Well, if you see over here, if I go for BTech IT, what will happen if I choose BTech IT? This is just let's go and check it out. BTech IT is having a primary key of 1. So if I choose the BTech IT, that means in the subject, I have got couple of subjects are there for IT, that is electronic, detail electronic, and analog. I'm supposed to see these two. Really? Well, let's go and check it out, and let me click on the stream IT, and as I do that, now see the subject, you are seeing exactly those two subjects. And that means if I choose computer science, I'm supposed to see Java and C. Well, you're supposed to see that even right over here, exactly that we are seeing Java and C. That means if I choose the BCA, right, or MCA, sorry, not BCA, it was MCA, 39 was MCA. So if I choose 39, then I'm supposed to see the subject 39, I will see Python and Django, right? Well, why not? Let's come over here and let me choose from here BCA. Let's see what happened this time. Oh, BCA was Spring Boot, yes, and MCA is having Python and Django. So look over here, Python and Django. So depending upon the drop down, depending upon my foreign key, the data is changed, the subject is getting changed. Really interesting, right? Just few minutes ago we have registered the student, this particular student John. We registered as a register under the EC. So if I click EC, then only I will be seeing the John. Okay, let me show you even that as I come over here. So if I choose EC, and I will be seeing John over here. That means if I choose computer science, I'm supposed to see Rajarian. Let me show you that. If I choose computer science, and then I'm supposed to see Rajarian, and if I choose IT, I'm supposed to see Peter. Yes, you rightly thought. If I choose IT, you're supposed to see Peter. That means this whole thing is getting formulated. And if I choose MC or BCA, there is no student registered till now, so I won't be seeing any student over here, right? So if I go and now if I add a new student under MCA, I will be seeing that. Let me do it one more time. So let me have a roll number called 4. Well, this roll number later on will be auto generated. For the time being, I'm putting the roll number over here. Okay, suppose I'm registering a student called Suzanne Roy, and the mail ID is suzanne@gmail.com, and let's choose the date of birth from here. Let's take a look on the date of birth, year 11 April. Suppose I'm going for 2nd of April, and let me choose MCA. And if I click on the save button, and as I do that, student registration successful. Let's come and reload the tab and see over here Suzanne got registered, and that is under 39, that is MCA. So that means when I come over here, and this time if I go for mark allotment, and if I choose, well, initially there is no subject, there is no student, but once I choose MCA, the subject will also come over here, and the student just now I created Suzanne Roy, that is also supposed to come over here. So let me choose the subject. Suppose she has secured in the Python, the student has secured how much mark? Suppose 35. However, that not bad. Out of 50, click on the subject, mark applied successfully. So the mark has been registered. So we are seeing the mark. So let me open the mark tab right now. Let me click and go to row, and here is the mark, and let me reload. See 35 just now you saw, and the student ID is 4 because that is who Suzanne is. So Suzanne ID is 4, and that's what you're seeing it, and Suzanne belongs to the subject. The subject name was the Python. You just now saw Python. So if I go and choose on Django, and that is also fine, or I can register a new student, that is also fine. That's totally up to your choice. And over here you can see its own primary key. So eventually what you saw from this entire video was we are all working on multiple models, multiple entities, and there are some entities where we will be having multiple foreign keys, like what you are seeing over here. As you can choose, as you can see, as I select the drop down, accordingly subject, accordingly students, they are getting added, and that's the beauty of working with MVT, and the beauty is to work with relationship. Okay, as you saw over here, just in one of the app I have created the entire CRUD operation I have created, but the other apps I'm yet to create, but eventually I will be doing that. Okay, so that's all from this video presentation, and I'm really working forward to implement ML over here, machine learning over here. So a lot of new stuff is going to come up over here, so stay tuned and keep watching Python Django. Take care, bye bye.